All right. So here we go. I'm not going to mention what the thing is that we're talking about, but you all know. It looks like it's man-made. It's been worked on since 2010. It's a derivative of a SARS virus. It's been edited with HIV genome strands to make it more virulent. It's an RNA virus, which means that through its reproduction, it hijacks cells. It's got single strand genetic information. Those are prone to lots of mutations, variations just naturally because they have a lot of mistakes. Higher organisms with DNA, when their genetic information gets copied and duplicated, their their enzymatic checks and processes that kind of ensure there's not so much variation and mutations to safeguard it and try to protect that species or that organism. But that's not the case with this one. So that's why we're seeing we're getting ready to see a really odd mortality rate with this thing, or that's what I think is going on now. I also think that there are different strands of it already. And I think there are different strands that have already been distributed throughout the population. I think it's been here for a couple months at least. That's the only way to explain its distribution throughout the United States in the really rural areas, weird areas like in South Georgia and weird places in Carolina where these people aren't metropolitan travelers. They don't get on planes and fly to the Middle East or China or these other metropolitan cities where they're already hit really hard with it. This thing's been distributed probably intentionally. And again, there's variation of it, so a vaccine's not going to make much difference. You have to look at it in terms and relationships to the flu and its variations. They can't do anything with it. You just have to ride it out. Wait for it to get hot. If you've got symptomatic things going on right now, get a hair dryer, wet your face, and hold the hair dryer to your face. It'll kill these viruses that are in your sinuses up close. If it's far gone and it's in your lungs, I really don't know there's much you can do other than ride it out and try to get medical attention, but they're probably not going to test you for it anyway. War laws have been enacted. A lot of you think, oh, that's great, they're bringing back medical production and things like that. And that's probably what they want you to think. But the thing of it is, it's a government enforced action. They're taking over ownership and directives of corporations and even you. They can seize the assets of these people, places. So communism, socialism, that's martial law basically, starting with the curfews also in big population centers, even small towns like where we live here and up in Colombia. They're already putting out curfews. That's against the Constitution. I don't give a shit what you're talking about with the safety of public safety and all that. You guys eating all that stuff up. Yeah, I get it. Isolation is the way to end these things. But when these things are going to be coming and going in waves and you're going to have multiple infections, there's only so much you're going to be able to do with this. You're stepping all over your rights and people are just bowing down. No one is voicing anything about these laws that are being put in place right now. There's no guarantee they're not going to be lifted or removed. That's my problem. There's no limitation to this. You don't have the right to buck. You don't have the right to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to work, or I want to go to the gym. It's my risk. I want to do that. And let everyone that wants to risk themselves go out there and risk themselves. I don't think this is a good thing. And when you couple that fact that the government is now almost in control of these corporations, everyone wants to, again, I'm being redundant, think, oh, they're going to bring America back. They're going to bring production back. It's making more oligarchs. It's making the companies that are being forced to come back with production here, those companies are going to be monopolies. They're going to be directed by the government. So the profit margin and things like that aren't coming back to you. You're not going to benefit from this. You're still going to be a dog. You're still going to be a lab rat. It's not going to change. It's just going to be worse. I mean, look at all of these socialized countries like Yugoslavia, what Russia used to be. It's not what you think it is, and you're gullible if you think that, oh, Trump's going to save the world. This is the right thing to do. We all need these laws. We need to give up our rights and let them tell us what to do. This is no different than being forced to buy insurance and Obamacare and being forced into submission. Ostensibly, people want to think that, oh, this is good for us. Oh, we need these standards. We need this. You're not. You're giving up things that are already yours. You're eliminating a meritocracy. You're eliminating competitive drive through capitalism that fosters capitalism. You're just cutting out everything in the middle, and I just don't get this. I'm baffled by this. Since the first of the year, I don't even know what the count is, but most of the major CEOs of companies on Wall Street have already bailed. They've either stepped down or resigned. Everyone from Bill Gates to the guy from Hulu. Bezos dumped how many $1 billion worth of his stock, pulling back. All these guys have gone. The same thing that happened in 2006. All the CEOs started stepping down and laterally moving somewhere else. They got theirs and they hauled ass. They're waiting. They're waiting for this stuff to hit. Then you've got the quantitative easing that's already in effect. You've got negative interest rates, which basically means you pay the bank for them to use your money. That's one way to think about it. Bernanke said a while back that there was no problem with finances. You just move decimal points. I wish I could find that video as far as how to pay for things. You just get to the ledger books and transfer pages, and you just move a decimal point and everything's fixed. Basically, that's what he said. Bank runs are coming. Things are different. This is all the things that I've been talking about for the last 5 years or so. And it's gloom and doom. And I hope you guys are physically in shape. I hope you've spent some time learning to hit people in the mouth. I hope you have the ability to fight. I hope you guys drop some weight, get used to not eating a lot. And this looks like the difference. I kind of want to hope this is a test run and not the actual event, the transition. But when you see this totalitarian efforts coming in, statism coming in like it has, and you see it globally, the entire world is doing this. It's not just one country acting like this, it's the entire world. And that doesn't raise any flags for anybody. No one's, everyone's just, it's going to be tight for a little while. It's going to be tight for a little while. It's going to be a lot more than tight. So, it's probably going to be one of the last few things that I've got to say about this. I've been telling you guys. And it looks like everything I've been telling you is here. Good luck.